Hi, I'm Keith Hunter, and this is the Bulldog Bark. Well, joining me on the Bulldog Bark today is probably one of the greatest players to ever wear the green and white, C.J. Jones, class of 1983.
Okay, how about yourself, Mr. Hunt?
All right, doing good. Man, C.J., man, you graduated what year? 1983. Of course I know that. I played with you. But do you miss the football back in the day, C.J.?
Absolutely, man. At times, I feel like I want to do a little coaching, pass it on, a little league, American football. Hey, man, do I miss it? I be catching the ball now every now and then. I got my personal ball.
A lot of folks have talked about some of the greats that have come through, Dog Brown, Tracy, and Dexter Haynes, but, I tell them all. I put C.J. Jones right up there with the best of them. And again, like I said, Phil and I have talked about this many times, that, people don't realize, just how good of a football player you were. Now, did you start at quarterback as a 10th grader? When did you start playing quarterback for the Bulldogs, CJ?
I was out there, for practice, I went out there with the special teams. So I went out there and just, the quarterback went out there. So I just throwing the ball to some of the receivers. And I guess the coach had seen me throwing something. Somebody told him something, and seen me hitting him on the numbers, and he asked me, did I want to try it?
Right.
I really didn't want to try it because Anthony was my friend,
Right. So Anthony was the quarterback at the time?
Right. I was playing running back.
Okay.
Yeah, I like running the ball, so and he gave me a shot at it, and it went from there.
Right. Now, I remember in 11th grade, I know obviously we were on the JV, and I remember you playing quarterback at varsity in 11th grade. Now, who were some of the guys you used to throw that ball to? Reginald Ford, I know was one of them. Who were some other guys you used to throw that rock to?
Reginald Ford, Kenny Jennings, Night Train, Rick J. Williams, Kenny Paul Williams.
Okay, and then that was, of course, these are guys you played with in your junior year.
Right.
Now, do you recall when you guys went to Florida Field and lost that game because they didn't give Donnie the touchdown on that 1 yard line? How was does that experience still bother you?
Yeah, man. Because that was my first time, I think when I went to Florida, that's back then they had AstroTurf.
Right.
And it was raining, and that hurt, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I talk to some of your teammates now, and every time I bring that play up, Donnie said he got in the end zone. Tracy Ham was there, and Tracy told Donnie he saw him get in the end zone. But I think that one single play could have turned the Bulldog program around, probably in 1982, 83 year, as opposed to your senior year when we turned it around then.
Right.
Now, of course, CJ, I always had the privilege, of you and I played together, and of course, you and I were sharing the quarterback position for a while, and then. It seemed like we took off, though. When they put me and you on the field and Sheffield on the field at the same time, I think we took off, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I always tell people, CJ, people know about you playing quarterback, you know about you playing fullback, but you were a pretty heck of a linebacker there as well. You used to lay some leather there as well.
Yeah, I played on defense. I played like a corner, safety.
Right. Okay, you were the safety, okay. Yeah. Now, who were some of the guys from your class, CJ, some of your classmates?
Larry Hard.
Michael
Cook. Tony Jennings.
Okay.
Warren Sheffield. Fred Ford. Anthony Oliver. Tom Hickenbotham.
You're listening to the Bulldog Bark. Stay tuned. We'll bring you more of C.J. Jones right after a blast from the past and messages from our sponsors. Time for a dog blast from the past. Time for a dog blast.
And then he was belted after the ball was thrown. A late hit called on Hardy County, and that's a break for Suwannee. Automatic first down for Suwannee and a 15-yard penalty from the Suwannee 48-yard line. Move at 15, and we will end up around the 37-yard line of Hardy County, 1st and 10. It's been a very explosive game, and it's jam-packed, over 8,000 fans, and they're seeing a shootout. Palmer, the quarterback, will send Pryor and Andy Williams to the near side. Split backs, Marcus Nelson and Terry Williams. Palmer looks over a six-man front 20 at the Hardy County 23 to the near side. Split backs, Nelson and Williams. The quarterback, quick handoff to Terry Williams to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. Untouched, up the middle, behind number 52, which is Matt McMillan, Chad Mobley, and he was simply untouched. He got the handoff at the 22-yard line, and he just went in untouched, like no one was there defensively. They did not play defense on that play.
You could have drove a truck through that hole.
You've been listening to a Dog Blast.